Alright guys, it's Cam over at Derale. Today we're going to be talking about our 10,000 series stack plate coolers. They're available for any fluid on the market. So you can do engine oil, ATF, power steering. You can do fuel if you'd like. Pretty much anything you need to cool down, these coolers are going to be more than sufficient. Our series starts at the 10 row 20,000 BTU. We have a 16 row 32,000, a 19 row 37,000, a 25 row 46,000, our 34 row 59,000, and lastly, our 40 row at 67,000 BTU. And you'll notice they all have either straight fittings or a 90-degree swivel fitting, so you can set it up for whatever application and spacing that you need. The stack plate cooler, we have about a 2-inch thick core on it, and each one of the lines that you see running across here is one of the plates that's going to be carrying the fluid. Because the plate is so wide but thin, we're getting optimal surface volume to extract the heat out of the fluid. But also the beauty of these coolers is because they are so wide and open, they flow with zero measurable pressure drop. So you're getting the maximum heat rejection while also not impacting the system and restricting it in any way. With these coolers having a -10 ORB port or a 7/8 by 14 opening, you can also put anything from a -6 up to a -12 fitting into the cooler. With this wide variety that we have, you can tell they're all the same width, but for exact dimensions, feel free to look on our website. We have dimensional diagrams and exact dimensions listed for you to reference and find out exactly what's going to work in your application. All right, so now that we've gone over the coolers, we have to get into the most important part, mounting them. So looking at our single bracket kit, they're designed where they just pop right on. They give you the mounting flange in either the front or the back, however needed. You can also invert the bracket, have them on the top, bottom, whatever you need. And there is a set, so they will join together. We do provide the bolts that secure all this together, and it comes with nylock nuts, that way there's no vibration factor at play. So you can set the cooler up this way. If need be, you can invert the bracket, line it up however you need. And then because we have these mounting points here, you can generally take them and go directly to a radiator. And then with our 13001, the nylon tie kit, you just run it straight through the core of the radiator, secure it in place. But then in addition to the single bracket set, we also are going to have our larger dual bracket set. This is designed where you can put 2 of any of our stack plate coolers in the same unit for mounting purposes. These two just happen to be different sizes where you can do a configuration like that. You'll just notice that you may have to make some spacers to secure the smaller bracket into the upper portion, but then you wind up with one complete unit holding both coolers in the same location. So here we have our 50020 bracket kit. It comes with all the nuts and bolts necessary for installation. Comes with 4 brackets and installation instructions to help give you ideas of how you can lay it out to work best on your application. When we start looking at this bracket, it's just a 90-degree bracket, but it allows 2 different styles of mounting. So the first way is where you can set it with the mounting surface set all on the same plane, the same direction to the cooler, or you can flip the bracket and it will give you a sideways mounting configuration as well. And again, this is going to change on every application, but the most important part is making sure that you mount the cooler all to the same plane. If it's mounted to 2 different planes, there's 2 different points that are going to be moving and fighting each other. It can twist and bend the cooler and it will lead to premature failure and leaking, which is something we want to avoid. Whenever possible, try and mount it all to one similar surface or something that's going to move uniformly and together, and it's going to help the cooler live a lot longer.